Good Jace answers.
Oh,
Insta.
Insta.
We see a lot of, but this time there is going to be one.
And it's such a good, such a good matchup for the York because the cage is insanely annoying for Jace. Insanely annoying.
Not a very mobile character. Would be a bit of an awkward spot. And now comes Tomo and Isles. They have the information. They are going to be able to find their exit here, though. Abadaga goes back in a little bit haphazardly. They do get 2 grubs, though, and they get out.
Okay. They stick around. They got the extra one.
Oh, the sweeper does spot Scary Jerry. Isles tries to find it. In comes Kaney. Can he actually find the charm? Goes point blank. Is going to go over the wall as Scary Jerry. He misread where he flashed because he flashed into the
brush. So that would have helped him if he hugged a bit more of that side. He would have known.
Surdy wants a teammate to hug, but there's no one around. He is going to be having to run here from XU. XU flashing forward. Surdy does flash. The Q follows. Can the dogs finish him off? Doesn't look like they have the move speed. And now Shaden is coming in, as is the rest of Dignitas. And XU's in a lot of trouble here. The hook comes through from Hui, but it might just be another kill that's going to be given over as the reinforcements have arrived. Kaney is here. Hui's got nowhere to go, and they're likely to even be able to give this over to Kaney. Instead, the double kill taken by Shade and Dignitas.
There's a nice little bit of chunk damage, but the vision behind them.
Flash, Scary Jerry. This could be trouble. They're going to be able to flash in. Great engage there from Isles, and the Q flash catches him from Shaden. The ulti came out from Scrubs, but Dignitas definitely in a strong spot now to try to grab these ones. We'll see. There's a scrap down in bot lane. It's going to be the charm landing on a Hui, and he is gone already. Abadaga does arrive. Can they find the damage to take down Shaden? XU trying to do it, but on the side, it's going to be Tomo pushing back Scary Jerry. Tomo's back with the rest of the team, and it's back to DSG getting wiped. Kaney still 2 charges on the ulti. The True Shot Barrage connects. Scary Jerry flashes over the wall, tries to flash follow, but it's a face plant into the wall there. Tomo looking like he's going to be able to take down Abadaga, finishes the kill, and should be out of range of the piercing arrows. Down on the bot side, both these top laners very low, but Castle getting the worst end of it. He's going to be pushed back, and it's 6-0 for Dignitas.
All right, let's go. Dignitas, this, we said they had some really good early games before and not being able to finish. This one, they definitely...
Oh, Castle connects there. He's going to get the ghouls on him, but he uses the acceleration gate. Can't get in range to actually cage him in. I think he actually didn't even have the mana because the cage is actually fairly expensive, but does delay the base. And now Hui is down here. Hui going to be able to nail the hook. Can they actually give the kill to Castle?
Okay.
They can. As he goops him and takes him down on the bot side. He goops him. Hits him with the ectoplasm and is able to grab a couple plates. Winning this, Castle has a lot of damage here with that Sheen and did have a Demolish proc ready. Looks like they are going to be able to claim the first tower for themselves, so that is pretty nice. A good job there by Castle being able to survive. I do think it's so important that Castle stays strong in this game because if you do have a side lane threat, it can make things...
Shifty Ghost gets his Trinity Force completed as well, so maybe they can find something. I just think...
So it is the ultimate used there by Isles. Traded out for the flash.
Flank.
Scary Jerry going to be in some trouble. Will he flash? He will, but he still has the charm, and he's going to be able to connect, and in comes Isles, and in comes the rest of the team. The Avengers arrive in the mid lane, and Scary Jerry's got nowhere to go.
Yep, meanwhile, bot side.
Surdy could be in some trouble here. Can he hit the seismic shove? Surdy does still have his flash. He is going to be able to use it to flash. Nicely done. The tower is heated up, and they are tanking shot after shot after shot. The shock blast gets one.
The Ezreal ult. He's able to win the poke wars at the very end while surviving.
Yeah, really well done by him. Dig take the Herald. They're likely to take this top lane tower as well. They do have 4 grubs, so they're going to be able to have that little Void Might spawn. Things looking really good for them, even better than their game yesterday against 100 Thieves. And it is really kind of Castle is that lone hope, it feels like right now for the team. He's got that 800 gold lead, but everyone else is way behind.
It's the other side of the top lane experience, you know, where you're like, I finally, you know, I learned from the last time I got this pick, you know, this exact matchup. I took my notes, you know, I'm doing great.
30. It is going to be really difficult for Castle to play. And because his team is this far behind, they have no vision, but Isles there had no vision either, and Scary Jerry going to be able to get a kill. So just be in the side lane, to be honest. It's pretty tough to actually find a lot of value in team fights, especially against teams like this where the carries are very shifty. It's like Ezreal and Ahri are just going to get kited out and CC'd up and rooted, and it's very tough to actually close the gap and find a lot there. So he is going to be pushing up towards that top. Will force the response of Kaney to move up here towards this top side, but they already lost their tier 1 mid. They do lose the dragon. It is only the second. Castle does get the Demolish proc down, but something you actually have to be really careful about is they changed the way that the Ghoul AI works since they did this mini rework. And one of the problems with this is it actually makes it very hard to hit the tower in your opponent's face, as he's going to get charmed under the tower. And now Castle misses the E, does get a nice heal off of his Q, but in comes Isles, and it's going to be a shutdown. Went too far there. The minion
was kind of like the last bastion.
Yeah, and sometimes these things happen when, like, we've all been in that spot, as we're going to see a potential engage here. Nice disengage, though, from Abadaga, but it's not even going to matter. He's going to get charmed, and in comes Surdy now. Castle arrives on the teleport, but he doesn't even have an ulti, so Yorick is useless in this situation. Abadaga tried his best to disengage Shaden, but he was able to buffer the ulti on the seismic shove. The CC landed, Kaney followed up, they got the kill. And things looking good now. Is going to be able to force a flash there out on that hook. Kaney, though, in the back line. Scary Jerry does avoid the charm. Exu on the other side trying to fight, but Exu's going to get charmed up, and Exu's going to get knocked down. In comes Surdy. Kaney cleans up another. Scary Jerry is gone. It's Castle versus the world. He is on the run. Flash forced by the jump in from Isles, and they can just go right down to Otacon if they want to, but they want the tier 2 as well. Tomo is there. Q flash from Shaden. They get the kill. They'll get the tower. They'll get the ace, and they will take everything.
All right, Dignitas, this
does spot Isles there, is getting some chip damage down on him, but it just doesn't die that fast. Yorick does crush objectives, and they're kind of just depending on that Yorick damage from the Maiden here. It is getting quite low now, and the teleport's going to be forced here from Kaney. They're looking for the turn. Can they actually find it here onto Tomo? Tomo flashes out as in comes Isles. Kaney's now arriving. Flashes in, lands the charm. Scary Jerry is gone already. Hui on the side, though, fighting strong. Castle and Exu are still alive. It's a pretty even fight thus far. Can they actually make something happen? No, they cannot. Exu down incredibly low. The charm's going to land on Castle. Castle blast cones out, but not the safety, as on the other side, it's Exu.
Side. Meanwhile, Abadaga and Scary Jerry, your two carries there, got pushed up against Otacon and destroyed by the rest.
Only chance now is just fully overload one side, try to find 3v1s, 4v1s, try to get quick kills, hope Dignitas starts to pile up some mistakes. Otherwise, I think this is going to be a quick closeout from Dig.
Castle got a purchase of a hull breaker.
That's true. He does have a hull breaker, but he does have no ultimate. We'll see if he can actually win without it. It's looking pretty good for him so far, but Surdy just kiting back, not allowing him to have that full all-in. Good hook from Hui, but it's not going to matter as it's buffered out by Tomo. Tomo is pumping damage into Hui. Shaden's going to get knocked down, so they do get one withdraw. Can they push forward and try to find more? Seismic Shove does connect there onto Isles, but they don't have the follow-up damage to actually knock them down. DSG, if there's an opportunity, it might be right here, right now. Nice charm, though, does actually connect there onto Exu. Exu going to be pushed back one more time. Kaney is just playing so aggressive, not threatened at all at this point. He's level 17, miles ahead of where Scary Jerry is. 5 levels up on the Varus right now.
Yeah, he's definitely scared. Even under tower there, taking a lot of damage. Tomo not scared at all. He walks into the tower, going to shift over the wall, I assume. Or not, just withdraw.
No, I think he was just trying to trade out his withdraw for the
very comfortable, you know, large gold lead and everything.
Yep, they are very far ahead. And are going to find a hook here on Isles. They're trying to turn around. The Chains of Corruption there to follow, but there's the flash in, and oh my god, now you see him, now you don't, and that is scary for Jerry. He is down, and Dignitas piling in, looking to put the finishing touches onto this one. In goes Kaney, trying to finish off Abadaga, and he's going to do it. Nails the charm and takes him down. Exu will fall as well. Again, it is Castle alone versus all of Dignitas, and he's got not much to do here.
Okay. Well, he's going to try another... What is he going to try?
He's going to try to kill some minions.
What's he going to try? He's got a Jace on top side. The rest of the enemy team's on Baron. All he can do is try and focus on the wave. Like you said earlier, Zale, focus on what you can control.
He's in his lane. He's relaxed. He's striving.
Try and kill those minions off.
Got the wave.
Because Dignitas, they're going to collect everything else. They put the pressure on top side. They get the Baron for themselves, and that should be...
Safety there for Scary Jerry. But DSG going to keep on fighting, now down nearly 13,000 gold, plus the Baron buff is there.
All right, Tomo on the tower.
Round 2 will
He's got it. He's got it this one this time?
He brought back up.
Okay.
It's like got beat up at school, but this time you bring back your big brother to help you out with the tower. Yeah, so they are going to be threatening here. Wall going to be thrown down by Abadaga, trying to pincer them off, and they're going to look for Surdy, but can't really find much. They get the seismic shove, but it's not even into the rocks, so it didn't do much of anything, and Kaney is already taking down that mid lane tower. An objective bounty was claimed by Castle down on the tier 2. They know they can't defend, so they're just going to try to split push. We'll see how much he can get, and if they can threaten anyone to force them back. Surdy does go back now as he is on that inhibitor tower. How much can Castle get, and can they hold on the other side? They're going in for Abadaga, going to be throwing down the stasis, but they're just stacking in on top of him. Huhi does a good job peeling out the engage, but Hui's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to get back, can't survive the damage. Castle has already knocked down in the hip. He's just pushing for the Nexus, but I don't think he's really going to be able to make it happen against Surdy. And meanwhile, a Nexus tower has fallen. It's just Scary Jerry, XU, and Abadaga. And look at that damage coming through from Kaney. And I think this is going to be it. The charm lands. The damage is done. Dignitas will take down DSG.
Walker blew up this game, I think.
Yeah, it's a cringe game, of course.
I think I should not have went ball in. Just stay top.
When did you go bot?
I went to Yorick and then we did nothing combo.